First off, I want to go ahead and say Happy Juneteenth, Happy Father's Day, and Happy Pride Month. Notice how I said all three of those things because all three of these things are valid, all three of these things are important, and all three of these things need to be celebrated. Hey, so let's go ahead and start this off with the Rubik's cube as I normally do. Okay, so blanco, verde, rojo, azul, naranja, amarillo. Um, I always kind of go by the center square when I'm doing the colors. Also, the your new hold it, your new word of the day is clean, which is the opposite of dirty. Weirdest thing about dirty is that like I've seen this like as far back as I can remember, but I never quite understood what it meant until just now. So the fact that it's like this is dirty is just wow. So yeah, you got two of them today. You got dirty and clean. So there's that. If it comes across like I'm in low spirits, it's only because for those who don't know, I am a big fan of this wrestling company. It's called Battleslam, and Battleslam took place at the Juneteenth Festival in Atlanta, all 3 days, and I couldn't go because I had to work, and I didn't have the means to physically get there. So because I had to work, didn't have the means to physically get there. It was just let me paint you a picture. Okay, it's a black owned business with mostly black talent celebrating a black holiday specifically. You know what I'm saying? Specifically for us, and in one of the blackest cities in the country. So it's kind of like me not being there. Just it's like it's kind of like I feel like there's nothing more black in America than one to celebrate who you are and borderline getting cosmic interference. So I'm a little bummed out about that. Still, is not going to go. I don't know if I'm going to be able to ultimately get over that. So I'm going to try because this video is not about that. This video is about consent. It's about respecting people. There's like multiple aspects to the life of a human being. There's the social, there's social, there's biological, and then there's romantic. And romantic, the thing about romantic is that like it's remarkably complicated. And my issue is ultimately that like people are trying to turn the complications of romance into something. Fun fact, that is an often thing. That happens a lot. We literally live like right down the street from a fire truck and it's just all the time. Like I don't like where's the fire? Which would be a relevant question living here. In any case though. So yeah, the complications of like romance, I feel like the problem is that people want to make it like too simple. People are trying to find a way to make it less complicated than it is. Let me explain. Because I want to, before I go into this, I want people to understand. I want whoever's watching to understand that the things that I don't follow like entertainment news, I don't follow like sports, I don't follow like the only thing I follow is politics right now because I'm trying to understand how the government works. Every so often, I might delve into like stuff about like maybe certain figures that I personally met or personally know or just admire. But like even when it comes to like the science community, which is like I'm a big fan of science, and I don't even like follow like science things, even though I kind of should. I mean, Smithsonian Magazine, does that count? But it's like everything I know about this specific incident, I learned against my will because I'm an active user of Facebook and like my friends, they don't really care. I'm not gonna say they don't care about government, but it's like they want to be on Facebook to have fun, and for them, fun is Schadenfreude, and what better form of Schadenfreude is there than the entertainment industry, where you don't really feel like you're too connected to these people. So if anything bad happens to them, it was like haha. And me personally, not wanting to be like haha, I'm like, why is this important? But these things that I checked out are actually very much important. Incident number one. There's this rapper. Her name is Sukihana the Goat, and it's like she is very like she's very outspoken. She's very controversial. It's like if you don't know who she is, God bless you. But if you do know who she is, it's probably because you listen to that type of music, or because like you've heard some of her stuff beforehand and actually genuinely enjoyed it, or you heard about other things that she was into and you enjoyed those things. She is very, very, very much proud of her sexual prowess. So she tends to make a lot of music about, her, like, she's very sexually aware of who she is as a woman. And honestly, I respect that. I really do think that, there should be, there should be a bit of a sexual revolution for women, because the idea of oppressing them because we don't want women to be open about their sex life. Like, as long as I've been alive, there was male apparatuses just drawn in random locations just because. Imagine going to school and taking and reading a book. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, there's a male apparatus just drawn into this book, this reference source of information that I need to use to educate myself. Somebody just got bored and was like, apparatus. I'm really trying my best not to say penis, even though it's a scientific word for it. So whatever. It's like, and the weirdest thing, no vaginas are drawn, just penises. So as far back as I can tell, as far as sexual like liberation has been going, it's always been for men. And the whole idea of sexually liberated men is to sort of chastise women for even as much as just simply saying that they've had sex before, which is weird because you see women all the time with children. You know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, tell them, hey, lady, put your child back in the house or whatever. Like, what are you gonna do with that kind of logic? In any case, though, Sukiyana the goat, she was because of her material, there's people out there that is like, oh well, if she's gonna be that way, she has to expect this kind of attention. To which I say, no, she doesn't. If you are if you're very open about yourself sexually, you know what I'm saying? Like me personally, I can't even imagine, like, a woman could literally, like, I could be surrounded by a whole bunch of naked ladies and not be like, ooh, yeah, let me holler, let me. I can't do that. I can't be that way because I've been shot down a lot by women, and I've been shot down by women. I've been told off by women. I've learned on the internet has taught me that women just want to be left alone. They just don't. They don't want to be bothered. You know what I'm saying? If they're interested in you, they'll show it. That's what I was taught from the internet. So, like, this idea that she was like, there's this backlash because she apparently was in this interview, and a gentleman who, to questionable name, I don't know the guy's name, but apparently they were like, just sort of talking about her sexual practices and things like that. And at some point, one dude got up behind her. She was sitting down. One dude got up behind her, lifted her face up, and just started kissing, like, just tongue down her throat. And it was like, apparently it was completely, it was inappropriate. It was ill expected. She didn't necessarily know what was happening, and the whole idea is that, like, people are laughing about it and all this other stuff. And it's like, guys, this is not a good thing. Like, why would you, like, this is not, like, yo, like, I didn't see the video. I was only told about the video, and apparently one of my, yeah, but it's like, did anybody at least tell this guy to quit, something? But it's like, oh well, if you heard her music and seen what she does, then you should know that this, it's justified. It's like, it's not justified. My whole thing is like, because then they throw out the whataboutism of it all. They basically say, well, why is it that she can do weird stuff and we can't do weird stuff? And it's like, why would you want to do weird stuff just because she did weird stuff? You shouldn't want to do the weird stuff because you think it's weird. Like that makes no sense. Whataboutism is weird because whataboutism basically is people justifying that they're okay with something atrocious being done as long as it's somebody that they approve of doing it. And it's like, no, nobody should do this thing. This is wild to me. But it's like he even apologized. That's the part that apparently he apologized and she forgave him. Apparently that's another thing that actually went on. But the fact is that there are guys that he apologized, which means he acknowledges the wrongness of what he did, and he realizes this was bad. I shouldn't have done it. I will probably not. I will most likely not do it again. And she's like, I forgive you. I forgive you. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because he apologized. And there's guys like, you should never apologize because, he didn't do anything wrong. She be out there being nasty all the time. It's like, the fact that if a woman can't, it's like, here's like, even if, like, just even if you're the most pig-headed man on the planet, the idea that you want to make a woman scared to be that sexually open is bad. Because think about this real quick. Just think about this from a pighead's perspective. I used to be an incel, so I have an idea how this goes. Um, if a woman feels comfortable being sexual, she's going to continue to be sexual and even more abundant with it. But if a woman does not want to feel sexual because you have made her uncomfortable about being sexual, then she's not the thing that you want her to be, she's not going to be because you have made it impossible for her to feel comfortable doing it. You can't say, "Oh, these women they're always acting all like they're acting all immodest. They're always they're all they do is just do this stuff and then get angry and then on a dry season be like, man, these women they all snobby, blah 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 blah. Like I feel like guys don't know what they want, or rather they do know what they want, and it's the worst thing on the planet. In any case, though, it's just weird to me, because romance is, like I said, romance is complicated, and the idea that we're supposed to admonish women for being sexually open is weird. I would love for women to be even more sexually open with who they are, because of the fact that like if I have to like go into a bathroom at a random spot and see another permanent marker drawn of a penis in a stall, then at the very least, there should be the word vagina somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, equality. The second incident was apparently there was this girl who works at Home Depot who was like ridiculously attractive. She took a picture. She just took a picture. She was really pretty, and peeps lost their mind. And rather than acknowledge the fact that some of the most beautiful people, you can find ridiculously beautiful people in places where hard work is being done, rather than it be something positive like that. Instead, guys was like, "Where's she at? Where's she at?" You know what I'm saying? But the idea is that like the guys doxed her. They went to the store actively looking for her. It was just the creepiest thing because it's like, first off, there's attractive women in any job. You go to any job, you're gonna encounter multiple attractive women. You know what I mean? But also, what makes you think you had a shot if you actually encountered her? What's that about? That's entitlement at the highest here. It's just weird. And she was modest. At no point did this other woman in Home Depot actually do anything that's even remotely sexually suggestive, from what I understand anyway. So it's so it's like on one hand, you got guys out here losing their minds and justifying, attacking, Sukihana the goat because she has this hypersexual kind of content that she relates to. And then on the other side, you have this girl who probably is not that sexually open, but she took a selfie, she was really pretty, and guys lost their mind about it. So you have literally two examples of both ends of the spectrum, and dudes are still and peeps was like, our hyperactive reaction towards these women is justified, and it's like, it's not, bro. You'd be surprised how much I would be the bad guy for just pointing out that this is not okay. We guys, we need to do better. Dudes, we really need to do better. Love and peace. Y'all be easy out there.